Okay, I wanted to teach you the novena prayer to Saint Philomena. Saint Philomena is a very popular saint. She's the only saint to have ever been canonized based on miracles alone. What happened was she was found in the catacombs in Rome, one of the catacombs. There's many, and people that went near her bones, they just found her bones. Well, they found her tomb with slabs. They found a little vial of looked like dried blood near her head, dried flowers in the tomb. You know, this is talking about a tomb that's 2,000 years old, give or take, and her bones were put out, and there were miracles reported just by being near her bones. And of course, her name was on the tomb, okay, which means daughter of light. And people began to receive favors, through her intercession right away. And she was canonized based on that alone. It's a huge story. I can't really tell you the whole story here. You can easily look it up, or I could do, part of the story in another video. But she's a martyr. She was murdered by the Roman Emperor Diocletian. She's holding an anchor because she was thrown into the Tiber River to be drowned, which didn't do it. Then she was beaten with those little canonines there, and then the arrows were shot at her. And we know her story because once she was canonized, she came to people from the dead. Of course, she visited them in dreams, visions, and told her story. And we had no reason to doubt it because her miracles are so extensive, just so extensive. She cured this woman, and this really helped her get canonized. This one woman worked for her canonization. She wanted this, saint to be canonized, and she lived in France, and she went all the way to Italy to see the bones of this saint. And of course, she stopped in the Vatican, and she was dying of a heart condition. And this woman, she met the Pope. And the reason why she met the Pope was because she belonged to an organization. Well, she created an organization that promoted the faith. So the Pope knew of her. And she said to the Pope, "Will you canonize this saint?" He said, "Well, if you come back from her shrine in health, I'll canonize her." Well, sure enough, she went to the shrine. And it's a long story, but I've seen the chair that she was in, this woman, because I went to St. Philomena's shrine in Italy. And, she was cured. Okay. The Pope was certain she would die. And when she went back to the Vatican, he made her stay there for 1 year, this woman. I think her name was Pauline, to prove that her healing was permanent. And then he canonized her. She's the only saint to be canonized based on miracles alone because we have nothing written about her life. And she is a wonder worker, like St. Anthony. There's so many stories about her. I mean, I've read every book I really think you could find on her. And the reason I read every book on her is because I had a supernatural experience with her. She is the saint that converted me back to Catholicism when I strayed away. So I thank her for my faith. She came to me. I felt her presence. This saint is no joke. She's very active. If you talk to her, she does hear. There's a lot of things people say about her. If she hears you, you'll hear knocks in the house and things like that. But you can find books on her. She's really an amazing saint. She's one of my favorites. And I just love her. She was very young when she died. I think it was like 13 13 years old. So she was young. She didn't want to marry the Emperor Diocletian. She was persecuted for her belief in Jesus Christ, and she was actually of Greek descent from what we know, what's been revealed. So let me read you the prayer for her, and you can use this as a novena. And this is actually the prayer that I said when I felt her presence. After I said this prayer, I felt her presence, And it happened like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was at a shrine. It was a very desperate situation with a family member, and I was just in despair. And I found her card laying there, and I just thought it was pretty. So I said, let me say it. And I did, and this saint took pity on me and actually was there, standing there. I could feel her presence, and she touched me, and all the stress drained from my body. So quite miraculous. I have nothing but good things to say about her. So let me just say the prayer. O faithful Virgin and glorious Martyr, Saint Philomena, who works so many miracles on behalf of the poor and sorrowing, have pity on me. Thou knowest the multitude and diversity of my needs. Behold me at thy feet, full of misery, but full of hope. I entreat thy charity, O great saint. Graciously hear me and obtain from God a favorable answer to the request which I now humbly lay before thee. Of course, say it out loud or in your head. Whatever concerns, it could be more than one thing, of course. Whatever concerns you have. I am firmly convinced that through thy merits, through the scorn, the sufferings, and the death thou didst endure, united to the merits of the passion and death of Jesus, thy spouse, I shall obtain what I ask of thee, and in the joy of my heart I will bless God, who is admirable in his saints. Amen. And of course, when you say it, you have to have faith that the saint hears you and will listen. And the truth is, actually, when I first said this, to be honest with you, I had faith in the Blessed Mother. I was saying this in front of a statue of the Blessed Mother. I really didn't know this saint at all. Okay? So I didn't necessarily have faith in her. I had faith in God, of course. But it's been said that the Blessed Mother sends her to people. And boy, she sent her to me. That's a fact. And it changed everything for me. So I really love her, and I honor her. So I recommend that you say this. A novena is, of course, 9 days, but you could say it every day if you like, But she does hear, she listens. There's people have had visions of her. I mean, the miracles are off the cuff. When the church was changed in the 60s, they tried to discourage devotion to her, the martyrs, right? Which is awful. And the reason, I think, because the diabolical influences don't like her. She's very powerful. She's been mentioned in exorcisms. They hate her because she's so pure. And she makes the demons run. They run when she comes, right? Like the Blessed Mother, they scatter like rats, roaches. And they don't want you to be devoted to her because she's so powerful. She keeps the demonic away. So if anyone discourages devotion, you know that they're not good. Not good. But I'm encouraging devotion because she's very powerful, and she'll help you in some way, shape, or form. But she's a great saint. Read about her, learn about her, and you won't be disappointed. Actually, you'll be amazed about her life. Okay? I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day.